guys, welcome. Today I'm sharing with you some trash to treasure home decorating DIYs. I had managed to go to a thrift store before the shutdown, picked up a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm sharing 3 of them today. The first one, I am starting with this jug. I think it's called a jug. Kind of looks like a milk jug, one of those smaller versions of those big metal milk jugs. It is kind of a rustic, I don't even really know what style of it would be. I don't mind it, it just does not fit my style, so I thought I'd give it a bit of an upcycle. I will be using any Sloan Old White or Original that's called now, and giving it a paint job. I'm going to save the little metal belt around it. I'm going to just add a little bit of color to that as well. You will see in a little bit. I'm using a smaller brush just to get into the little crevices and around that belt, so that way I don't mess up too much. I can wipe down any paint that goes onto the belt. That's fairly easy before it dries. I would also like to mention that this video is part of a challenge that is hosted by Mom from Mom Does Live Handmade, and Mom does this every month. This time it is a trash to treasure, and her co-host for this challenge is Sandra from the Schwollen's Nest. I will have both of their channels linked in the description box, so make sure you go ahead and check them out when you are finished watching my video. Along with their channels, down in the description box will also be a playlist that will include all of the creators that are participating in this challenge. It is called the Useful DIY Challenge, and like I mentioned, the theme is trash to treasure. Now moving on, for the belt, I am using a gold paint, black paint, and brown paint, and just kind of trying to get more of a bronze look rather than the gold look that it has now. It has kind of a goldish brown, bronzy look, but I wanted to have a little bit more. I was gonna use the stenciling brush that is like the Bristol brush, but it didn't really work out, so I had actually switched it up, and you ended up using the sponging brush. Once I was done with the belt, I just went over again with a little bit of white just to touch up any areas that I messed up. Once the pot was dry, I took a sanding block and sanded some in certain spots. No rhyme and reason as to which spot, it just went along and sanded little areas. So here it is. I think this definitely suits my style better. So moving on to my next project, I am using this pear that came inside of a bag of lemons that I picked up for $3 at a thrift store. Now this pear isn't bad on its own, but I wanted it again to make it fit my style a little bit better. So I will be using Annie Sloan Athenian Black as a base, and then I wanted to also use Annie Sloan Duck Egg Blue paint, but unfortunately it was too dry and I could not bring it back to life, so I ended up mixing some paints of acrylic paints to achieve that look. So the first step is painting it with this black, and like I said, this will be my base. I'm not looking for full coverage, I'm just simply giving it a base. I did lift this leaf up a little bit because I will be doing something different for the leaf. So once it was painted and had some time to dry, I move on to painting it with that Duck Egg Blue look-alike paint. And for that I'm using a light blue, white, and just a drop of green. Unfortunately I did more than a drop, so I ended up adding more blue to it. And I think I came pretty close in achieving the look of Duck Egg Blue. So with this paint, I just go in certain areas, I don't do a full coverage again. While I'm waiting for that to dry, I end up painting the leaf, and I'm kind of using the same paints that I did on the previous project on the belt. I use black, brown, and gold for the leaf. Then once that had dried, I finish it off with the Annie Sloan original chalk paint and let that fully dry. And to finish it off, I take that same sanding block and just sand down certain areas just to bring out in some areas black, in some areas that blue color, and in some areas all the way through to the silver. I think this just distresses the pear, and it gives it a really neat look. Moving on, I had picked up this crate. I think this was $3, and love the shape of it, don't love the color of it, so I am painting it with my Annie Sloan original. I'm doing a very light coat. I do want some of that brown to show through. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, my name is Sonia and you are watching my DIY channel. I happen to have a home channel as well as a cooking channel, and I will have those channels linked down below. And if you want to see, learn about my upcoming projects or see my everyday life, make sure you are following along on Instagram as well. All the links will be in the description box. I had picked up this chalk sticker sheet chalkboard sticker sheet from Dollarama, and I used my Cricut to cut out a label. I'm not sure if you can actually see it. And then I was trying to figure out which white pen would work the best. And once I figured it out, I did end up doing some writing on here. I did go with a pencil first once I already made a mistake, which you will see, but then I was able to erase that and move on to using a pencil and then following with the white pen.
Promise we don't need no brake lights. We can travel the world, so just say yes. Choose to do whatever comes next. This or that, getting drunk on whiskey on a Tuesday night, or drinking red wine by an open fire, make love or fight. This or that. This or that, evenings on the train or catch a morning flight, enjoying dinner until midnight, or bed by night. This or I wanna see it all, find the northern lights, see the stars in the open wild, catch a glimpse of Panama. We don't need a map.
I end up removing the sticker and sticking it onto a dried crate. I think this just gave it that, shopping for fresh flowers at the market feel, in my opinion. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you check out Sandras and Mom's channel, linked down below, as well as the playlist. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, I would love it if you consider subscribing, pressing the notification bell so you don't miss out any of my future uploads. And if you would like to see more farmhouse type of DIYs, I will have a playlist linked down below, as well as I have a blog post over on my blog where you can find even more farmhouse DIYs. So until next time, hope you have a wonderful day and thank you so much for watching.
This or that, getting drunk on whiskey on a Tuesday night, or drinking red wine by an open fire, make